We will transform the NATO response force and increase the number of our high readiness forces to well over 300,000.
When TikTok banned my account, I was sure that I would never come back into politics ever again. I was certain that for the rest of my days, I would spend them living in the darkness of the abyss. I never even considered that I could come back into the light of the world ever again. But the current situation demands my return. For NATO's decision to send 300,000 troops over into Eastern European countries is the biggest escalation of a global conflict since Hitler's invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941. Hell, it is the biggest escalation of a global conflict and the biggest threat to global security since Hitler's invasion of Poland. 30 years from now, when your kids will be learning about history in schools, reading about World War III and all the millions of people that died in it, they will come back home and they will ask you, Mommy, is it true that when millions of people were dying at war, you did nothing at all to prevent the millions of innocent lives from being lost? Daddy, is it true that when World War III was happening, you did nothing at all to stop it or to prevent it? Parents, is it true that when the signs were clear that war was imminent, you did nothing at all to stop it or prevent it in any shape, way, or form whatsoever? What will you tell your kids? Yes, son, you're right. Your dad was a coward. Your dad sat at home and did nothing at all to prevent millions of people from losing their innocent lives. Yes, daughter, your mom did nothing at all when World War III was happening. She drank alcohol on the weekends, smoked weed every single day, went to the club, lived life for pleasure, and did nothing at all to prevent war. Are these the values you're going to teach your kids? That you were cowards? That you were scared, afraid, had no say to stand up for what was right, to stand up for your beliefs, and to prevent war from happening? Is that what you will teach your kids? That you were a coward? For I certainly won't. If there is something I will teach my kids, it is that if you want to do something right, you gotta do it yourself. If you want to do anything at all for that matter, you gotta do it yourself. If you want to change the world, you gotta do it yourself, because nobody else will do it for you. There is an ancient wisdom taught by Epicurus. You either decide your place in the world, or the world will decide your place in it for you. It is for that exact reason that you should follow my page and join the Canadians' freedom movement. If you want to put the fate of your own country in your own hands, you have to follow my page and join the Canadian Freedoms Movement. If you don't want to allow your country to be nothing more than an obedient dog on a leash of its US American master, then you have to follow my page and join the Canadian Freedom Movement. If you want to put the fate of Earth, the fate of global security, the fate of world peace in your own hands, then you have to follow my page and join the Canadian Freedoms Movement. For if you don't put global safety in your own hands, then nobody will do it for you. You join the Canadian Freedom Movement now, or you perish. For you're either with us or against us. And there is no in between. None.